finally back. It's been quite a long time since I've done a video, and I do apologize, but well, you can't always do everything that you want to do, so I do apologize. So, hello everyone, my name is Jonah, welcome back to another video. Today I am finally going to be showing you guys everything that's been going on lately, and just showing you guys around, basically just showing you guys around, show you guys everything that's been going on around the house. And also, today is of course Halloween, so happy Halloween everyone. Well, I don't know if this video will come out on Halloween, but I am filming this on Halloween, so if it does come out later than later, well, I hope you guys all have a safe Halloween. But if it's to not come after Halloween, if this does come after Halloween, then I hope you guys had a safe Halloween. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it and talk about everything that I want to get off my chest, and also show you guys everything that's going on in the basement. So the reason it's been gone is kind of pretty simple. I don't really need to do a 10-minute video just rambling about what's going on. Basically, the thing that's been causing me to not do any videos is because of school, and also some things that happened prior to that also caused me to not do any videos. One thing was that there was this big storm that happened a few months ago that was called derecho or something. I don't remember what it was, but it's a Spanish word, and it caused havoc all over the Illinois area, especially in the Chicago area, and we ended up losing power for 4.5 days. Excuse me. And that kind of stopped me from being able to do videos, because first of all, some of the things that I have going on right now was not here, and so that was kind of stopping me from being able to do videos. And also, the second thing is also just because of school. School has begun, and I've been doing school at home, even though that should not be a bad thing, and I should be able to do videos pretty easily. Well, that's not really the truth, but hopefully I can at some point take advantage of that and start doing videos again for you guys. So that's basically everything that I wanted to say. There really isn't that much else to say. I don't want to ramble on about this for like 10 minutes. So that's everything that needs to be said. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move on with everything that I have started doing over the last few months. So over the last few months, I have done a lot of changes or not just me, but me and my family have done a lot of changes to the basement due to COVID and things like that, and just renovating the house a little bit. So what we have decided to do is just move a lot of things around, change things up, and make the house a lot more better than what it was. So that's exactly what we did, and we have changed up the basement quite a bit. I haven't really changed it much in my layout area, but around it is kind of the most area that's been changed. Also, you may be wondering, like, the audio might sound different for you guys, because I'm actually trying out this new feature on my phone, which is called Omni, which is like records audio all around you. And so hopefully this could actually be something pretty cool to listen to when you're watching train videos that I post sooner than later. So hopefully that will be an exciting thing to do in the future, and I hope that will be something pretty cool to look up and look after. And then in your future, when I do train videos, like either model train videos or actual train videos, I think it'll be a pretty fun idea. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at everything that we have done in the basement so far. So let me go ahead and turn around the camera. No, it's still not messy, but I promise that it's a ton more better than it was before. So let me go ahead and turn around the camera. There we go. This is the new basement. I've got to turn on this stupid light. Okay, there you go. This is the new improved basement. So as you can tell, I should close that. No one needs to see that. That's just disgusting. So this is the new basement. So basically, we have changed this area. This area has changed the most, I should say. So over here, we have moved the TV. The TV used to be in the corner right here, but now it's sitting over here. And I think this is much better than it was before. The shelf that was over here has now been moved over here, and the shelf that was over here has now been moved over here. And this is just it's such more better setup than before. It's just so much more better. There's nothing really else back here. It kind of just it really uses the space much more better than what clearly was. Now you may be wondering, Jonah, where is the other couch? Well, let me simply tell you why. So, the couch that was down here with the 3 cushions is no longer here because it's now upstairs. Because the couch that was upstairs was just garbage because it was like the springs in there were just garbage. Just the couch just sunk. It just kept sinking. It was just garbage. And so, a couple months earlier, we got rid of it, and it's no longer in the house at all. It got thrown away. And so the couch that was down here was moved up here, or upstairs, and now the only couch down here is this one. But this couch is only the couch that's really needed because there's not really much people that come down here anyway, how it used to, because upstairs is now the main living room. This one is just kind of just a gaming area. So that's basically it. Just got an old table over there, just using it for stuff. Oh yeah, and you got a few airsoft guns and stuff that you just collected over the years, like a SP222, SP2 in 2022. Why would I not know this? I should know this by now, but I don't. The P50, really nice gun. And then we got a new one down there, I forgot what it was called. Got a sniper rifle over there and other stuff over there. That's just a bunch of messiness and craziness. So over here there hasn't really been much that's changed over here. I mean, it's the same exact desk. You just got, the only thing is at the bottom, it's just the covering over, it's just got covered, or it's just down. But there is another add-on to the desk. Got this little clock a few months ago. This is a German mantle clock that winds up every week. Here's actually the key of it. It's a pretty cool little clock. It does ring. You probably will hear it at some point in the background of the video because it does ring every half hour, like 30 minutes and 12 seconds. 12 hour mark, or at the hour to say. That's just okay. So over here is something that I've always wanted, and I'm super happy that I have it. This is a Laurie organ. As you can tell right here, it's Laurie. I've always wanted an organ, and I have it in my possession. I'm super happy I have it. So this is somewhat from the late 1960s, and I was able to pick this up for free. Yep, I picked it up for free. Got it from a church because the church didn't need it anymore because they couldn't find someone to play it, and so they got rid of it. And it's now in my hands, and probably will never leave my hands. It does work. It does power up. It does light up. Really cool. And you won't be able to hear it because I do have it connected to headphones, and I'm too lazy to unplug it because the headphone jack is like all the way down there, and so it's so freaking weird that it's down there. But it does work. Trust me, it does work, and I play it every once in a while. Then over here we got a desk. This is my father's desk. The reason why this desk is down here is because he's working here. We didn't have this desk before, so it is a new addition. It's just a keyboard. I don't know why that's out. There we go. A really, really nice desk. It really paid not much at all for it. I should be in like that. There you go. So we really didn't pay much for this desk, and then we got two two monitors. Yeah, it needs two monitors to run it. Does have headphones that he uses to, because the business that he is in is for calling and stuff. Got these two shelves that have been added on that has a bunch of Batman stuff. Beside the desk, we got these cases that we've had since the last house. Have a bunch of car models that we have collected over the years. There's the other one, Batman stuff, or I should say movie cars, like all the Batman ones from like the shows and movies. Knight Rider, I forgot what that one was called. Speed Racer, Need for Speed, Fast and Furious, Mustang. Why do I not know that? Oh my god. Sheesh. I don't know anymore. And we just got a couple other Batmobiles, like the one from Batman vs Superman. We Arkham Knight, the Dark Knight Rises bike, or Bat bike, and then we got the oh my god, the Batman something movie, which is the same as this one, but it's just a smaller scale. Pretty cool. And we just got a few other stuff up there, like just normal cars, like Mustang, Camaro, another Camaro, like a 1969 7, I don't know. Got Legos, got the Dark Knight Rises, Batwing. Pretty cool. Now to the main event, my area. So this is my area. Can you believe that? We got not much to talk about for the table, but we got a lot to talk about for the outside. So let me go ahead and go over some of the things before we get into that. So I have cleaned off this area and I've added in some stuff that I've wanted to display. So let me just quickly go over. So over here we got this little metal plane that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's pretty cool. No, the autofocus is locked. That's why the focus is absolutely garbage. Okay, there we go. I fixed it now. So it's just like a metal plane. It's pretty cool. Got like the same type of material, but a steam engine, a 262. I don't know if there's an actual configuration like that, but oh well, it's pretty cool anyway. It's pretty cool. The front of it, headlight, and all. There's the back of it. There's not really much in the back. It's kind of just meh. It's pretty cool. Right here I got a Adler Planetarium Museum snow globe of the museum campus. We got the $9.99 mold, the molding that I got from the Science and Industry, which I've had for quite some time. Right here I got a molding of the Sears Tower that I got when I went to the Sears Tower a few months ago. It's pretty cool. And then I got a Sears Tower model the same day when I got the mold. It's pretty cool. You can even see like the sky decks on there as well. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. You paid $13 for it, but it's worth it. And then I got this a few years ago. I got this in 2017. I went to Springfield and I went to the Lincoln home and I actually went inside it. And I got this little model of it. And then there's a penny, of course, with Lincoln himself. I got this Larry Bell that my brother got for me. And just what I was talking about earlier about the clock that was it ringing earlier. This is when my dad went to Malaysia. I don't remember what year, but he went to Malaysia. And I got a model of the Petronas Twin Towers. This is the space shuttle that I got a few years ago at the Science and Industry. This is a New York Central E unit or F unit. It's a pullback model, but it's sitting on the track, so I can't move it. It's a pretty cool little model. And then this guy this is something that I just built today. Actually, not even joking. I actually built this today. This is a 4-cylinder model. This actually does run. Do I have the battery box? It comes with batteries. There you go. That's the battery box. So basically, what this does is that it runs. Let me show you guys real quick. There you go. And that's it running. It's pretty cool. It basically, pistons move around. Basically shows you everything that. Basically shows you how an engine operates, and it's actually pretty cool. It's not allowed for me, but oh well, it's pretty cool. If you want me to do a video on this, I'll definitely do that. Also, I'll be available to do a video on that as well. If you want me to do a video on that too, because I would be gladly happy to do that. This model is actually pretty cool. I actually love it. It's just super amazing. I actually built, and this is actually for a project. I got this for a project at school, and it's actually pretty awesome. Now to the area. So there has not been much changed with the layout or the table. Most of the stuff that's changed has been around it, and let me quickly go over a story time and let me lecture for a bit. So a few weeks ago, a few months ago, after the crazy storm happened that hit my home, my power went out for 4.5 days, and because a tree knocked over a power line, which caused my power to go out, and there was a big flash of electricity. And ever since that happened, when we got our power back after 4.5 days, our power did work, but there was a problem. The light fixtures that are down here were not working because the light bulbs were burnt out, and the fixtures just were not responding at all. So I had to take them down, redo the wiring, and then I realized that one light bulb was working and the 5 other ones weren't working. And so I had to order new light bulbs, and I ordered light bulbs from Amazon. A 6-pack of LED light bulbs with 400 lumens per light bulb, and it lights up the basement very, very nicely, especially in my area. And I do like this lighting a lot more better than the last lighting that I had, or the last light bulbs, because the last light bulbs were good, they were bright, but the thing was, it's just the fluorescent lighting was just doo-doo, so I just did not bother getting fluorescent, because LEDs are basically taken over anyway. So screw freaking fluorescents. I'm done with that. I'm moving on to LEDs, and these LED lights are so much more better because it does not give the warm feel to it, and it does have the cool look to it. So it is a lot more better. So I do not have any regrets getting super bright lighting, because it always is dark in the basement a lot, and so it's a lot more better idea to get bright lighting and not super dense and dull lighting. So this is just a lot more better. So in the area, and so because of me not having the light fixtures working for a couple of months, because I didn't realize, because I was thinking to myself like, oh, these fixtures are broken and I probably need to get new ones. But it turns out that the fixtures did work. It was just that I had to fix the lighting and the light bulbs weren't working. So everything works now, and in that process of everything not working, and also a few months before that, when we started cleaning around here, I didn't really have any place to put the stuff of my stuff, and so I kind of just scattered it all over the floor and left some of the stuff on the table, and it just looked terrible. Like I just disrespected my whole entire area. I can't believe I just did that to myself. But a few weeks ago, I forced myself to clean everything up, and now everything's back to normal, and actually even better than it was before. So I'm pretty happy with the result. So let me go ahead and give you a quick tour of everything that I did. So everything on the table has basically stayed the same. It's cleaner. You may be wondering what I was scattering the table with. Well, the table was covered in this foam. I had a stash of foam that I collected from packages that my parents have bought for furniture and other things. And so because of that, I just kind of gathered the foam because I wanted to use it for a scenery that I plan to do, like hills and other things, like making the station, which I did make out of the foam as well. So that's one thing that I've made out of foam, and that's probably not the only thing that I'll probably make out of foam anytime soon. So probably be making some hills and stuff, but I'll probably start making some stuff because I might be getting probably will start doing that, but I'm not too exactly sure if I will start upgrading things on the layout prior to that. So I will possibly probably do something with the layout before I start doing some scenery and other things like hills and stuff. So to do the scenery, that will kind of have to wait for quite some time, but I'll eventually get to that. But for now, I'm just gonna leave everything how it is at the moment until I get some further things to change around before I eventually, or no, not eventually, but make the final call saying, oh, okay, this is how I want the layout to be, and now let's do what I want to do. So that's something to hold on to for in a little bit. So there you have it. So nothing really much has changed in the layout, but I will be planning, like I said, what I just said. So there you go. So like I said, I know I'm saying like I said a lot, but I don't know. I'm starting to say the same things again, but oh well. So basically, there hasn't been much changed on the table. Like I've said a bunch of times already, and I can't stop saying that. I keep just really evaluating myself. So basically, what I've added in is just a few things around, and not really much too crazy. Or maybe I did add something pretty crazy in. So let me go over some of the basic stuff that I kind of did so far. So you guys have probably seen this multiple times in my videos. This is my little table where I have my Transformers. Of course, if you haven't known already, I own a MTH Rail King Z1000. This has probably been one of the best Transformers you can ever buy, or conventional Transformers you can ever buy. It's just such a smooth working engine. Wow, such a smooth working Transformer. It's just amazing. It just feels good to the touch when you're controlling it. It's just amazing to use to eventually run your engines. It's just a really nice thing to always use. I do, of course, plan to get a DCS at some point. I don't know whenever I get that because it's very expensive, but maybe I can find a good deal at some point. You might have seen this multiple times. This is my Lionel Power Max Plus Transformer. This is actually the first ever Transformer I've ever owned. I got this Transformer with my Lionel Pennsylvania Flyer. That's actually the first Pennsylvania Flyer because I have two. The other one, of course, you have seen the review on the Bluetooth version. That one's from 2010, and that one does not have a sound unit inside of it. Instead, it has the motorized whistle. I actually fixed the whistle on that by using a soldering iron. I recently made a purchase a soldering iron because you never know when you needed it. And also, I fixed something else with the soldering iron, which I'll get into in just a few moments. So we'll get into that in just a few seconds. So I've owned this for quite some time, and it's never failed me. It's always worked as it should. Of course, this is like kind of like the same type of setup, but just like Lino and MTH, because like this is like MTH basically. This MTH is conventional transformer, and then like this is like the traditional Lino transformer, which has been very well known over the past few years. Of course, the same type of buttons: direction, whistle, bell, direction, whistle, or whistle/horn, bell, and then of course the of course the power added to your track. And that's of course this one. I do prefer this one better than this one, because this one is just like a lever and it's not really that good. This one I do prefer much better, because you can actually have like a dial, which is a lot more better. Excuse me. So I had a lot of crap on this stuff, not really stuff that I really needed, and it was kind of just annoying because I had like a bunch of stuff all over this table, and I would have to like reach all the way back here to reach to the transformers, and it was just really inconvenient. And so I decided to make the change and get rid of all that and use something else to put the storage and put those stuff in, instead of having it all scattered around this little table, and not me having to like reach all the way under here to get to the transformer. So this is a lot more better, and you may be wondering where I put all the stuff in, which I'll get right into in just a second. So this is a much more convenient setup, and I just have this little brush to like clean up dust my engines. Whenever I see like dust on it, I can just like use this little brush to clean dust off. And it's an old convenient little brush. And yeah, there you go. You get the point. So you may be and you're probably wondering what I'm sitting on. I have this little chair that it's able to fit in this little area right here, so when I'm not using it, does not take up space, and it's easy to take out. I could just take a seat and run my trains like this, or work on my engines and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and also with me being able to clear this off, I would have a little work table to work on my engines as well, so that would be a plus as well. So there you go. But down here, it's messy and stuff. It's just my wow, I don't know what. Oh my god, that's just. My god, my whatever it's called. I just can't think today. I do apologize. So just got my main area to plug everything in, my transformers and other accessories like what I'm gonna get into in just a second. So back to over here. You may be wondering where I've put all the stuff over here. Well, let me show you. So if you turn to the left, look at this bad boy. So this is a pretty awesome storage cabinet. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this a bathroom cabinet? Well, yes it is, but it doesn't really look like a storage cabinet for a bathroom, does it? Well, either way, I don't care, because it works well. Because this was sitting in a corner doing absolutely nothing, just collecting dust. It was like sitting in the corner in that back area, in that dark area. It was just sitting in the corner doing nothing, collecting dust. And then when I actually saw it and I looked at it, I was like, you know what? I can actually go and I can actually use that for something. And then it's like, you know what? I could use this as a storage unit. And so that's exactly what I did. I used it for a storage unit to, of course, use the storage put the storage for the stuff that I had all over this table. But second of all, another plus is that I can display my trains and keep them safe and not have to put them in the box and when I'm not using them, because that's really inconvenient. So let me go ahead and open up this door, and voila, look at this thing. Oh, and every time I open this box up, I can smell the smoke, because this Pennsylvania fire always smokes a lot, or the Evolution Hybrid does as well. this engine always smokes a lot, and so whenever I put this in here, I can smell the scent of the smoke because I use mega steam for all my engines. So basically what I have here is my Pennsylvania Flyer, the new version from 2018, and here I have my Evolution Hybrid, my MTH Evolution Hybrid, which is very nice. And the upside about having these engines in here and having this little area to put my engines in, it is a plus because I can actually put them in here, close this cabinet up, and keep them out of the elements so they don't collect dust. And so whenever I want to use them, I can just open this thing up and it can get in, and my engines will be nice and pristine for whenever I need to run them, or I want to run them, not need to run them, but want to run them. So it's very, very convenient. And the upside is that for my longest and biggest engine of the fleet at the moment, my EMD SD70ACE demonstrator, this guy can actually fit in here, which is definitely an upside. So that's a plus. But sadly, I can only fit 2 engines in here at a time. But it is what it is. Oh well. I don't know why I'm closing this. So this is where I keep all my stuff that I had over here now. Basically what I have in here is a couple baskets. I have one basket right here that has the felt inside. This is where I keep all my Line Chief remotes. Like there's the Metro North Railroad one, the Pole Express, and of course my Pennsylvania Flyer remote, which I rarely use because like I have the Bluetooth feature on this, so why would I use the remote when I have my tablet or my phone to use to control my train? I don't know, but it's still a nice remote because it is the smoothest ones out of the 3 other ones. Like, this is just like this remote is so much more better than the other 2 because look at how this one operates. Like it's like you can hear the sound. You can hear the sound of the remote, and it just like stops. Like it just stops when you turn it. And the buttons are very, very loud. But for this one, you can't hear anything because it's nice and smooth. The buttons are a little bit more quieter. Oh, it's very loud. But it's just so much more smoother action. That is just so much more better. So that is where my Line Chief remotes are. This is the little basket that I had that kept my tools in here. That was there, but now it's in here. So I have my Mega Steam in here. It's like the best smoke stuff you can get. Bunch of tools and screwdrivers in here. Magnifying glasses, they're always handy when you need to look at something close up. Now here is the soldering iron I was just talking about. So it is just a ordinary 30-watt soldering iron. This thing does work very, very well. It does get hot very nicely, and it gets the job done. It's not the most high quality and most professional soldering iron, but it gets the job done. And in here, I just have like instruction manuals and just other stuff, like random stuff, pens. So I have to write something down, whatever, and just a bunch of garbage for that. Just a bunch of whatever in there. Nothing really much. So these are magnetized. I didn't know this thing slam like that. Oh, the screwdriver's in the way. Okay, so yeah, it's a really upside for me to have this now because it's just so much more better to have this than not having it, because I have a lot more storage than I did before, and it's just like a little area to display some stuff while keeping them away from the elements, and not having me to, of course, go down there, get the box or the engine, wrap them all up, and put them back in the box, because this is just so much more better. Then down here is just another storage area. Down here I have my Pole Express also, just a quick note, my Polar Express was out of commission for quite some time because of a pretty crazy thing that happened. So a few months ago, I had a issue with the engine, and that was that the wires that are connected to the speaker inside the tender broke off, and so I had to resolder them, and now they're working like they should, and everything works perfectly how it was before. And the way I repaired it last time was very, very bad, very, very poor, but this time I'm doing a lot more better than I did before, so that's an upside. Then behind it is my CSX auto rack. It's just, the reason I'm not using it is just because, like, it's just too big for the track. Like, I have 036 track and I need to get bigger track than this. I seriously just need bigger track than this, because this is terrible, like terrible track, because I really need bigger track than this. 036 really just limits you to not being able to get any bigger engines. Like, this is like the max. This is like the max of me being able to have 036, because the minimum track in order to run this engine is 036, and I have 036. So I'm really on the edge. I'm really on the cliffhanger here. So I really need to get bigger track than 036, because I got the 036 track from starter sets, so that's the only reason why I have it on the table. So with all the starter sets that I've gotten over the last few years, like the Polar Express, the Metro North, and then the Pennsylvania Flyer starter set, I've just collected more trains on, and so that's kind of the reason why I have so much track, and I literally have too many curves, because I have all these curves of 036, but I literally don't have that much straights at all. So that's one downside. Like, I get so many curves, but I don't have room for the curves. I only have room for the straights, and it's so crazy. So I really need bigger track. So this is a very, very awesome thing to have in the layout. It is mounted to the wall, because that's what bathroom cabinets are for, and also it's mounted to the wall because for a very particular reason that I actually didn't know before, and that I should have thought of doing before I put this here. Now, remember, of course, that it does flood down here sometimes, and of course, if I did have this sitting on the floor, well, it would get messed up and I would be very upset. So what I did is I put something under here, and then I screwed it back onto the wall, and now it's over the floor about like a centimeter or two, and so it won't get messed up when there was heavy downpours and causing things to go all wrong. Now, down over here, now I've decided to add some stuff on here to display more stuff and just have random stuff up here just because. So I have a few things up here. So up here I have my mini Locomotive bell replica. I've had this for a couple of years, and so basically I've had this for a couple of years now. I've always loved it. I got this for a birthday present, and I've always loved it since. So of course this is nowhere near a natural size or a natural locomotive bell on a steam engine, but it is good for the size. Like, it basically is like a replica of a much more smaller size. So yes, it does ring. You may have seen videos on this before. It basically literally is like a mini version of a locomotive bell. Like, it has like the cast iron stand for the bell. You can even mount it to something if you wanted to. Like, you could use this for like a mall, and like you can use it for a mall train or something. It's just super cool, and it has like these little nuts so you can keep the bell in place so it doesn't swing around when you're moving it around. And of course it has the rope or the string, the string, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. And then over here I got a pretty cool little thing here. I got this a few months ago. My parents got me this. This is a little train alarm clock. Probably will never use this as an alarm clock, kind of just use it for show. So on the bottom you got like a speaker because it makes noises, battery box, the switch to turn on and off the alarm, buttons to set the time, and of course not rubber feet, so it doesn't go anywhere. So when you use this for an alarm, it's actually pretty funny. So what you actually use this alarm for, it's like, when the alarm goes off, basically what happens is, it's like when this goes off, the train goes around the track, goes under the tunnel, and just continues to go around. And of course, it's making the train noises and stuff. And along that, there's no river crossing. The lights start flickering like, of course, normal river crossing would. So it's pretty awesome. Over here, I got some pretty cool stuff. I kind of just left these here because I wanted to. Right here, I got this Canadian Pacific stress ball, or I should say, stress train. I was gifted this a few months ago. As you can tell, it is a GE Locomotive, because you can tell if you look at the Evolution Hybrid, you look at this one, it's the same type of engine. So you got the headlights, ditch lights, windshield, of course, GE Locomotive, the headlights in the back. Look at the 6-wheel axles, the fuel tank, CP, and then it says on the side, tracks over trains, CP rail sense. It's pretty cool. Probably will never use this as a stress ball because I don't want to mess it up. And then behind it, I have this river crossing, grade crossing. I have two of these. I have one right here and one over there. That one doesn't work, sadly, but this one does. It's just that the wiring broke off on that. I could use a soldering on that and fix it up at some point. So this does light up. I will have to turn on this thing real quick. And I just remembered what the thing was called now. It's a strip. Look at me, I know everything. So yes, this does light up. It does not stay like this all the time. What it does is basically just flickers randomly and so forth. It's red and green like the old ones. I'm not gonna leave it on all the time. I'm just gonna show you that. Turn off the strip. It says American train signal, river crossing, and then it has like these two little signs saying train station San Francisco, train station Santa Monica. It's pretty cool. And then it has like this little tripod stand to it. Or it's not really a tripod stand, it's just a tri-stand. But there you have it. And then I have the same stuff on top as usual. I have my no lantern. There I got for $7. It's made out of actual glass. Sadly, I can't open it. And of course, I have my Amtrak hat that I got as a gift. And so that's basically it. Or is it? No, I have one more thing to show you guys, and I saved this for last because I just think that this is just an amazing thing to have. So let me go ahead and show you guys. Wow. Look at that beautiful piece of artwork. This is a canvas of a pure Marquette 1223 Berkshire Locomotive. This is an absolute amazing piece of artwork. This is an actual canvas. Like, look at this. It's an actual canvas. Look at the back. It's an actual canvas. An actual canvas on a wooden frame. It's an actual canvas. And has this beautiful piece of artwork of this beautiful steam engine. I wish it kind of said 1225 because it would be Polar Express, but I'm fine with this one because it's basically almost the same thing. It's just 1223, not 1225. So it is a Berkshire. As you can tell, it has like the same type of bell, like down here. It looks super beautiful. I love having this thing on here. If you take a look back at here, this is like the main masterpiece of the whole entire room. Now, of course, it is not centered with a table, but I made it to center with the house. Wait, house? What am I thinking of? Oh my gosh. Make it center with the wall. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Oh my gosh. So I made it center with the wall. And I just think it's much more better than centering it with the table because that would be very, very off center. So I'm fine with it being center with the wall. So this is just like the centerpiece of the whole entire wall. Now, you may be wondering, wasn't there a picture here before you added this one? Well, there was. And I still have it, but I think the space that it is now is much better than what it was before. And I made the correct decision of having this picture here instead of the one on the other side. So the picture that was over here at once is now over here. And it looks much more better on this side than it did over here, because it has the perfect area for it to be there. So I have my New York Central Lines poster that I've had on the wall since I've moved in here, and of course I loved it, but I think it's just so much more better sitting over here than it does over there, because that looks so much more better over there than it does over here. I just don't have any room to put the picture, so it's just so much more better to have it there. So that was the thing that I wanted to save for the end of the video, because it's just super beautiful. It's an actual canvas. And you know what, let me talk about something that you probably didn't expect. So basically, you probably are wondering what the price of this was. So I saw the price tag on here. So this is the price tag. In spring 2020, it says $55, $54.99. Yes, $54.99. Now you may be wondering, was it the price that paid for it? Nope, I did not pay $55 for this thing. But what did I pay? Well, let me quickly tell you what it is. I got this for like $15 or $17 for this thing. And I'm not even joking. I got this thing for like $15 or $17. Can you believe that? You probably can't, but it is true. Got this thing for $15 or $17 at Hobby Lobby. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and Hobby Lobby is basically where I've gotten everything, like all three designs. That, the lantern, these two guys. Like, I got all those from Hobby Lobby. Like, Hobby Lobby is like my store. Like, hobbies, and of course, trains is a hobby that's at that train is at that store. So why not go ahead and do that? Jeez, like, that's like my store. Like, for decorations about trains, that's like my store. That's literally like my store. It's such an amazing store to go to. It's so amazing. So so yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do for this video. I wanted to save that for last because that's just the main masterpiece of the whole entire room. I just had to, of course, make the video for you guys. It's been too long, and I just had to do an update and show you guys everything else that's going on in the layout. So without further ado, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, of course, especially with that amazing picture like that. I'm just gonna do this. That's better. All right, so that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. If you didn't, you can leave a dislike if you wanted to. Well, it's your choice. So yeah, that basically is gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys in the next video. Forever I make. See you guys next time.